Welcome everybody to the stream. Thank you, Titus, for laughing us in. As usual, we will go ahead and start with the opening. This is a Catholic gaming stream. That means there'll be prayer discussions about theology, saints, or various Catholic readings about once every hour, discussion about going on to the church. There'll also be discussions about the games played fit theologically wise or with church teachings we play them. This is a stream for everyone. We ask that you respect for everyone here. If you have a question about the church, please feel free to ask. I'm only a layperson, however, so I made to find the answer by asking my priest. Doing research on Catholic answers live. This may take time. If you have a prayer request, please feel free to post it. If you're looking for other streaming channels run by Catholics, then you are in luck. I probably should work on making that the official opening song for whenever Floofs does Final Fantasy X. You don't know which one I'm talking about. But you don't know which Titus one it was. I played it for you before. It was the one combined with Demon Souls. Anyways, there is Interceptors My Dog Productions, The Punching, The Fortitude, Jared Blevins, Master 17, Mr. Potato, Argument Papa, Father Harrison, Father Samuel Gridley, Catholic Answers Live, This Catholic, Blue Soda, True Great Catholic, Ordinator, That Catholic Gamer Dude, Savage Nate, and That Catholic Gamer Dude. Thank you very much. God bless. Remember that God loves each and every one of you. Go and sin no more. Let me switch the microphone here real quickly so I can hopefully detect floofs better. Do you want to give me a quick test?
Yeah, let me look at these items quick.
Might need to get a little closer.
Items!
I said closer, not louder. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and pull up the daily readings. Just don't do any real gameplay while this is going on, okay?
I'm not.
I know. I trust you. Thank you. Anyways, these are the readings for June 18th, 2021. Friday at the 11th week in Ordinary Time. The first reading for today is from 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 18, verse 21 through 30. Brothers and sisters, when you boast according to the flesh, I too will boast. To my shame, I say that we were too weak. For what anyone dares to boast of, I am speaking in foolishness, I also dare. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they children of Israel? So am I. Are they descendants of Abraham? So am I. Are they ministers of Christ? I am talking like an insane person. Pardon me. I am still more with far greater labors, far more imprisonments, far worse beatings, and numerous brushes with death. 5 times at the hands of the Jews, I received 40 lashes minus 1. 3 times I was beaten with rods, once I was stoned, 3 times I was shipwrecked. I passed the night and the day on the deep, on frequent journeys, in dangers from rivers, dangers from robbers, dangers from my own race, dangers from Gentiles, dangers in the city, dangers in the wilderness, and dangers at sea, dangers among false brothers, in toil and hardship, through many sleepless nights, through hunger and thirst, through frequent fastings, cold and exposure. And apart from these things, there is the daily pressure upon me of anxiety for all the churches. Who is weak? I am not weak. Who is led to sin? And I am not indignant. If I must boast, I will boast of the things that show my weakness. The psalm for today is Psalm 34. From all their distress, God rescues the just. Pardon me. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall be ever in my mouth. Let my soul glory in the Lord. The lowly will hear me and be glad. From all their distress, God rescues the just. Glorify the Lord with me. Let us together extol his name. I sought the Lord, and he delivered me from all my fears. From all their distress, God rescues the just. Look to him, that you may be radiant with joy, and your faces may not blush with shame. When the poor one called out, the Lord heard, and from all his distress he saved him. From all their distress, God rescues the just. Alleluia, alleluia. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Alleluia, alleluia. Pardon me. The Gospel for today is from Matthew chapter 6, verse 19 to 23. Jesus said to his disciples, Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and decay destroy, and thieves break in and steal. But store up treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor decay destroys, nor thieves break in. For where your treasure is, there also will your heart be. The lamp of the body is the eye. If your eye is sound, your whole body will be filled with light. If your eye is bad, your whole body will be in darkness. If the light in you is darkness, how great will the darkness be? Gospel of the Lord. Praise be to you, Christ. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. One second. Pardon me. And I'm ready if you are. Hopefully the microphone's catching you once we get somebody up to...
Where am I? I forgive you this time.
1 second, I can.
Be good for a while, okay?
That's an interesting flavor. I don't mind it. I don't know if you'll like it, though. You want to try a sip?
Yes.
See. Sadly, I don't think I like it as much as the regular pineapple one. I can't remember what the regular pineapple one's called at the moment, though. Is it Maui Blast? I think it's Maui Blast. I was more so expecting Baja Blast with a bit of pineapple coconut, but this is mainly just pineapple coconut. Once again, it's not bad, just something... The more sips of it you take, the better it gets. Now, would you like a sip before it's gone? Not like we don't have plenty. Oh yeah, you're by yourself for a little bit, aren't you? Wonder how many times this enemy appears in the game. I can't remember. It's Zoo, that's right. Because I know he appears in Final Fantasy V. Yeah,
Where the games to go?
see, that's more reason for you to play Final Fantasy V, because Zoo's in it. That's a good reason, right? I'm pretty sure it was in 4, 5, 10, let's see. 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. He's been in a lot of games. Looks like he was in Crystal Chronicles as well. Fascinating.
Are you all right?
God.
Oh, did people just start turning up for you? Yeah, I was gonna say, I forgot that this is the part where you're by yourself and then everybody starts showing up and like... The power of friendship. Or something. JRPG, the power of friendship comes in there somewhere, right?
Thank you for attacking elsewhere.
Are you? You'd like to try these M&Ms?
Not this second.
You're gonna want to try them after this fight. Okay. Want to try some?
What's that?
Oh, it's over though.
The others?
Haven't found them yet. We're supposed to stay in one place if we get split up.
Wait here if you want. He's not. Waka! You alone?
Mm-hmm. Where's Yuna? Damn it! First I lose Yuna, then I'm ambushed by Machina. Great day I'm having.
Oh, Waka. It's okay, my friend. And then restore all your health, but just outside of battle.
Sort of.
Is that Kamari? Oh, there's Kamari. I don't know why he keeps trying the same thing over and over again. He's smarter than that. Or maybe he's not.
It's not your fault, Kamari.
No, it's yours. Oops.
Hey, you have to bring to me.
That's fine, I can do that. I got a bunch of candy, by the way, that I haven't tried before, so that's what's happening tonight. Yeah, good dog. I know you want the candy, but you can't have the candy. The candy's chocolate.
Okay, change.
Probably just one. Yeah. No, I hear you. Lulu's pretty strong about her magic on. She's not like amazing, but she's okay.
Charges on party runs of battle. I'd rather do player.
Player.
Much as memory. I don't know why it changed stuff sometimes.
I don't know if the Reese's cake is bad or good. Not really what I'm looking for when I buy a Reese's. Here you are. Yeah.
It's over.
Perhaps it's-
That's more what you're interested in, isn't it?
Oh, I'm trying to play a game.
You can multitask. Really, I might need to get some water here in a minute, too.
Darkness.
Darkness. I did not know that either.
No problem. See ya. Yeah.
Wow, Orin gets damaged but gets no AP. Cool game. Cool.
Oh, he has to do damage, or at least do something. No, that's how it goes. Getting damage isn't enough. He has to do something.
Pull it down, doggy.
Man, JD's on a big rant today, but he's not wrong.
Need a good jolt?
Hey, you, Machina! Booyah!
I'll read it out loud. I don't know how interested you are in this, but I actually happen to agree with this. So, this is from a person who used to write for the Catholic News Agency. He went off and made his own Catholic reporting website with a canon lawyer. Right. But basically, you know how I've been telling you about how
Where's Uni?
that whole the bishops are meeting at the moment.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Can you
but
tell me more later on?
Some guardian.
after the cutscene, yes.
There's something I want to tell you, but promise not to say anything.
I forgot about that.
I know where we are. We're on Bicanel Island. There's a place us Albed call home near here. Uni's there, I'm sure of it. Other Albed must have come and rescued her.
Rescue? You mean kid?
Rescued, kidnapped.
What does it matter as long as
I mean, she could be dead.
That's right. Anyway, I will take you there if you promise that you won't tell anyone about it. Especially not Yevonites, okay? You know they don't like us Albed. Who knows what they'll do if they knew?
Give me a break. What are you accusing Yevon
Murder?
of this time?
Yevon did something really bad to us before.
Well, you Albed must have...
Okay, like,
Ugh. Can't you guys talk
Waka
about this
was a
later?
real written and for the most part he is.
Just promise you
I
won't
think
tell
Waka is,
anyone
for the
about
most part, a
this.
really well-written character. It's just they're really trying
Come
to
on.
make him...
Alright, I promise. Lead the way.
Like, they're really trying to make him unsympathetic towards the Albedians, which I get. But there's a point where it's like, oh, you probably deserved it. It's like, okay, that line probably wasn't needed. But anyways, as we were talking about, you know, they're talking about whether or not they should allow Catholics that are in positions of politics, if they should be able to receive the Eucharist or not, if they go against church teaching, right? So basically, this is in response to that, not entirely, but just... It probably got prompted by it, would be the best way to put it, because there's just a whole lot going on at the moment. But basically, there remains within some... So this is what JD said, is what I'm trying to say. There remains within some aspects of institutional Catholic culture a desire to be affirmed by the legacy, legitimizing institutions of American public life. The fantasy that if we obscure our weird little popish superstitions, the New York Times will think we're cool. This is the residual gift of our immigrant past, and maybe the historical circumstances once made the aspiration of social normalcy understandable. But anyone can see the damage it has wrought to the church, and it is time to stop caring that people will figure out who we are. We do not let our yes be yes and our no be no, because too often we are trying to find some magical Gnostic key to explain the faith in a way that will cause no scandal. We are left causing scandal while failing to explain the faith. I wear 2 woolen squares connected by cords on my neck, so that when I die, the Blessed Virgin Mary will pray me into heaven. I'll bet at least half the bishops at the USCCB do too. If Yale or the New York Times think that's weird, they're right. It's time to stop giving a damn. I think it was inevitable that lay people would realize this before, for example, bishops, because a bishop can still live mostly within the ambit of the church's institutions. We can't. We've known for a long time that religiosity, and especially ours, was socially taboo, which I agree with basically everything there. So, that was a good take. My wife is too distracted, and I understand why. He's playing at the moment. But either way, as I said, thought it was a good take. What do you think of the M&Ms?
They're alright.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking that those ones might be your... I think the cake might be more your style. Yeah, I'll let you get through those first, though, before I start anything else. And to be fair, I think this one would taste better from a can. The Baja Flash. But let's be honest, the majority of sodas taste better from a can.
Which...
Oh, the moon now, Floofs, gosh. Fair.
Isn't there an easier way?
No complaining.
So as much as I love Final Fantasy X, and it does disguise it better than Final Fantasy XIII, for the most part it's just one long hallway. We agree with that. For the most part, it's just a narrow corridor. There's not really many branching split paths.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I meant. There's not...
Ooh.
But they do a bit of damage. There's not really that much exploration is what I'm trying to say. It would be nice to have your team not die, that is true. I would just switch another person. She stole something, so she already got experience. I mean, not barely. Did technically do 40 times the amount needed, but I didn't realize
Sometimes
you...
I just don't.
Fair. I didn't realize you had I might heal, by the way.
Velvet hook.
Maybe you can only use it in battle. Maybe I got it backwards. Yes, I think that only Riku can use it in battle. So it's not like an item, it's like a mute item. Sense. I think they basically combined Five's Thief with Chemist for Riku, which is interesting.
Man, Riku has more attack.
Yeah, but she still can't take a hit. She has less defense. Defense! Defense! Oh, I did. Why not? Oh. Why am I... Oh, wow, I don't remember. Apparently, Monsters Incorporated is getting its own series. That's it. The Bright Side takes place after Monsters Inc. instead of a prequel, so I'll go with that. I have zero interest. Oh, hey, Steven, how are you? Hey, Roswell and Steven, how are both of you? How was the stream? You gonna say hi?
Hey there! Sorry, I wanted all those grenades. Monster.
That's fair. What were we saying? I was saying something. Hi, Mir, how are you? I'm doing pretty well. Just been taking an easy day today. I had a minor procedure this morning, so just been taking it easy for the most part for today. Did a 5-mile walk, which is what I consider easy, but overall it's been a pretty nice day. My wife had to stay home with me today too, so that was pleasant. Now she's not paying attention.
Paying attention.
I appreciate you, person in the mirror. You make sure you have a good night. God bless. Fully understand.
Wrong one.
It's over.
Hopefully the microphone's coming through all right. I've been testing a little bit of things with the settings and such, so hopefully everybody can hear Floofs when she does talk. Looks like it's quick. Let me see if I can fix that in a second. I'll try again. Yeah, you won. Oh, that would be interesting. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, Steven. That actually sounds pretty interesting, then. I don't think it's... Might be the noise gate. I'm just... It is the noise gate, but if I turn the noise gate off... Makes this a...
That's how it's done.
Okie.
Oh, that's... How about now? Wanna try now?
Oh no!
Seems so bad.
Oh man.
Try this instead. Hopefully, well, it's picking me up. Okay. What'd you say?
Two.
What we have now is that the slider will move itself to where it should be in software, no matter how you change it. So if something asks it to track a different volume, we'll zip to where that is. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, we got back from our walk about 8 o'clock. Otherwise, I would have viewed in, Steven, so I apologize for that. I do typically try to watch. I'm not always perfect about it. Fridays are pretty busy for me, honestly, these days. Isn't a bad thing, but I do like watching people, especially people that I want to support, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm not being very good with my words at the moment.
Red man.
Go ahead and try that. Pardon me. Okay. Hopefully that's better. We'll see. I mean, I know, but I do still like to support people, especially when they support me. So it's like I know, but still. But nah, it's just typically on Fridays.
One shot!
One punch?
No, I got it right on the first click.
I saw.
It rarely happens to me right now.
I'm proud of you. Now, typically on Fridays, I'll stream for till about 3:30 my time. No, 3 o'clock my time, so I'm wrapping up about 3:30 because I'll go pick up my son on a bike. Then I gotta make dinner. I typically do a little bit of yard work at the moment on Fridays. Didn't today. That's because I had a colonoscopy. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Aside from that, I would say my Fridays probably are my busiest, wouldn't you? Yeah. Sorry, not sure if that's TMI. Apologies, Steven. To be fair, I actually don't mind them too much. I think Roswell was here for this yesterday, and he got to hear this. I like pooping. I'm pretty sure he was here for this yesterday. Although if he was, he didn't make a quote of that, so that one's a little weird. Yeah, Roswell, I can understand that. Yeah, everything is okay. About 10 years ago, I had little bit of problems, and basically I just need to get a checkup every 5 years so as to make sure no additional polyps have popped up. So thankfully they haven't for the last 10 years, and at this point it's like I'm only 15 years away from having to get a checkup every 5 years anyway, so I may as well just keep continuing the trend. You do have a lot of Elbed potions, but I thought that only Riku could use. Oh, she can't. Yeah, I figured it out. Sometimes I'm slow. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were gonna say sometimes. I set her up for that too. Alright, let's see how this new Baja fruit punch is. You know, that's a good question. I'm not sure why. I'll wait till she does this. Why does a bird have a smoke bomb? She doesn't know.
What the heck just happened? Go. I shot that thing out of the sky.
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
You didn't hear it, but I played a Simpsons quote that's one of my favorites. So, there's an episode of The Simpsons where, you know at least what Itchy and Scratchy is, right? The little cartoon that,
Yeah.
Bart and,
Oh, shoot.
he's like to watch.
Oh, gosh. What the heck? What? Clicked. Darkness.
The void, it's
It's
headbutt.
headbutt.
Headbutt time!
Watch out.
But basically, there's an episode where they introduce a new character, Itchy and Scratchy. Everybody hates him. So, but Homer really likes playing the character, so he gives this really heartfelt speech about why they should let his character Poochie stay around. It is Jabba's ancestor, except for much bigger. He gives this heartfelt speech of why, oh, I'm sure we could come to love Poochie. And it actually is a good speech. But everybody hated Poochie so much that instead of having Homer's speech in the episode, they just very cheaply animated Poochie flying off screen. And they had the director come in and say, I have to go now. My planet needs me. And then it shows afterwards, Poochie died on the return home trip to his planet. It's better if you actually watch the clip. Explaining stuff sometimes is not great.
Water.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Floofs. I feel like we got gypped with these Mountain Dew flavors. This tastes like just a different Mountain Dew flavor. I don't know which one it tastes like at the moment. And this one just tastes like pineapple with a little bit of... It did become... Yeah, it became a meme of poorly explained exits, pretty much, yeah. Like... First 10 seasons of Simpsons I love, and supposedly what I've heard is that Simpsons is very popular in Australia. Down under.
No problem.
Sorry. Well, he does have how much health? Yeah. That's fair. I definitely don't like The Simpsons after the first 10 seasons. I don't like Simpsons after the first 10 seasons, Steven. There we go. Stefan. Ugh. I can't talk tonight. Punch can't read, I can't talk.
Leave it to me.
We haven't watched much TV for a while either. I'll pick up TV shows that I'm interested in, and then I'll inevitably end up not watching them, which also isn't a good habit because I picked up seasons 1, 2, 3, and 7 of the Ultraman series, and I've started Ultra Q, which is season 1. I have interest in Doctor Who. I've started watching that a little bit, but it's like... Yeah. Yeah, which I can understand that, Roswell, where... Admittedly, I'm pretty bad at it at the moment, because I bought Pat Labor because Punch really enjoys it. I didn't really... So he showed the movie, I did happen to... That was such a cheesy animation. I actually did really enjoy the movie, and I have been enjoying the Pat Labor anime,
Gosh.
but it's like 40 episodes, so it's super short. We haven't gone through it yet. But it's also in Japanese. We did try the English voice actors, and the English voice actors were definitely a thing. I can understand that, Steven. It's definitely good to not have one. Because I'll be honest, a lot of TV these days is pretty bad. Lovely. You might have a lot of TP. Why haven't you switched your characters
I
yet?
have been.
Okay. Mainly, I probably do have. Let's. Cardcaptor Soccer a clear or the classic series, Ross, out of curiosity? Where's it Crystal? Clear. Okay, that's the No, wait, that's new, isn't it? Not reboot. Okay. That's fair. My wife particularly likes Cardcaptor Sakura, so that's actually one that I do happen to know about, at least enough. I think we watched all of the series? Yeah. So, we have watched all of it in, Yeah, and I can understand that, yeah. The only thing I don't like about Clamp's series is you can tell they originally, started off as fanfiction writers. It's pretty obvious. That is an animation. Probably to hit you with a quake.
Oh, darkness.
I don't think darkness is help with the earthquake. Oh, you'll find out. I'm about to summon it. Hopefully it got darkened. Yeah, I was gonna say, Floofs enjoys... I don't think there's been a Clamp you haven't enjoyed? Oh, is there? Okay. It's a dozen episodes, that's it. It is a good argument, I'll be honest. Now, I could say that about Gurren Lagann. I do think Gurren Lagann's pretty good, but the fan service is pretty bad. So, that one will depend on person by person. It's still such a cheesy animation.
Here's the only.
Aside from the fan service and Liron, I actually would recommend Gurren Lagann. You can even just skip the, if you really wanted to, you don't even need to watch the anime for Gurren Lagann, you can just watch the 2 movies. It basically covers everything the anime does, and adds a little bit more. So, gets rid of the filler episodes. I actually need to finish the movies. I've owned them for, goodness graciousness, at least 7 years now? I haven't finished them. This worm thing does have a ton of health. It has 45,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is taking forever.
I think we're down to the last 6,000 now.
Now that I found out Lulu does 2,000 a thing.
Yeah.
Next time I'm just. This is like a huge.
Yeah. Nice. If it's a huge amount of experience, I can see why you'd fight it, but if it's minimal, then yeah, I'd say run. There's basically no need to fight it if it's...
Career.
Warriors, come out and play!
I did, because he died.
Yes, exactly, Roswell. The only reasons to fight it are level up and if it has good loot. What's it called? I'll look up what loot's dropping. Tell me what it is. I can't look up its loot. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called if you don't let me look it up.
Too easy.
Easy. 2,000 was not worth it.
Oh, I'd agree with you. If it had been...
Delay of game.
That might be worth it. I don't know.
What item?
Well, it's gonna be Waka. Say that much.
Slow touch.
That might not be bad, especially since you can throw 2 other abilities onto it. So once you can throw other abilities onto it, that in of itself might not be bad.
That's switch hitter.
No, you gotta switch hitter plus 10%, dear. But if you did delay of game plus
Slow
strength,
touch.
right, slow touch plus strength 10% plus whatever, you can throw other abilities on. I don't remember how you do it. I think abilities maybe. Oh, customize, yeah. I guess see what you can customize it with. Yeah, no XP, no loot. You're allowed to live. Exactly. Unless you're a boss, then we have to fight you. As much as I don't want to. Yeah, shrink.
Nice. Power sphere.
Keep going down. Could throw 2 strength plus 3% on it, or what's the still power do? Sounds good, Steven. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you for lurking as well. God bless. Non-mage is important.
I don't think I'm gonna do it.
That's fair.
You add a bigger.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you can get better stuff later, just wait. Slow touch still is not bad though, because if it slows them down, then that's a weird spot for a sage sphere. I think somebody wants up with you. Got a pat for that. She's not a smart dog. She is a sweetie though, aren't you? Ask the robots. You placed an order on Amazon today, right? That's what I thought, but I want to make sure. Ooh, Cactar. 1,000 needles. I can look it up. I guess as he gives you a decent drop if he, or you can keep stealing chocolate. Oh, it's 10,000 needles, so it's not 1,000 needles. She's dead. Yeah, but he can only do that to one person, so.
Oh, nope.
No, you
Wow, really?
You can only do it to one person at a time is what I meant. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. So he can't cause you to party wipe. So he has 2 things that you can drop. You found the chocobo feather, or that you can steal. He can also have a chocobo wing. Chocobo wing. Oh, actually, you might want to fight him. Steal from him again. Chocobo Wing is an item in Final Fantasy X that can be used in battle by the use command to grant the haste status effect to all party members. However, its primary use is to customize the auto haste auto ability to a piece of armor. So you could have haste at the beginning of your turn without having to cast it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Sorry, meet up on Cactars. Give me 1 second.
Bring it on! Oh, pardon me. Okay, I am done looking up Cactars now.
Good.
I have a tummy ache from too much.
Basically not.
Yeah, I figured. I have a tummy ache from too much soda and
Going
candy.
around through
Fair. I've had so much candy and soda, but I'm gonna stop there. I'll try more candy with my wife on stream on Sunday. No more candy today, please. I didn't even finish off a full thing. My stomach is just still adjusting, I guess, to food. Makes sense. Admittedly, I did finish off 2 sodas, so maybe that's the main culprit here. Either way, it's like, no more. Lulu, you don't need to bend over like that into the camera. Much to my chagrin, I might make it a...
Chagrin.
Chagrin. Chagrin? 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 I might make it a Konami month in October. Because 2 of the series that would work well in October that Konami does, I happen to really enjoy. And I finally gotten one of them to work now that I have a black light, so I can actually play the game that requires sunlight. Well, it's supposed to require sunlight, but obviously there's ways around it, as just said. I can finally stream, legitimately now. Not to mention Castlevania, and I don't like Silent Hill, but I guess I should really include it since it's October. I don't really wanna, but I guess I'll do Silent Hill 1. I don't really like Silent Hill. I do and I don't. It's an intriguing...
You say so.
series to me, but it just feels like it's trying too hard to be a little too edgy. It's like, but I guess I'll try Silent Hill 1. I know that Silent Hill 2 is typically considered the best one, but I don't even know if I'll get through, if I'll actually stick with what I'm saying. Silent Hill is interesting, but it just makes me a little bit queasy, I guess. I don't know. A lot of the topics in it are just kind of really gross. But I'm fascinated by it.
You sure this is the way?
Ooh. I am fascinated by it because I have watched a couple people play it. So it's like, it is something that intrigues me, but I don't know. I don't know. At the very least, I will do Boktai and Castlevania. Maybe I'll save Silent Hill for another October. Of course, that depends how far into the other games. I got so many games on my list that I'm really trying to get through some more, and that's something I'm really trying to do. I just got too many dang games. I stream too many games, but that's what. No, don't flee. Don't do it.
I'll be right back.
Can't get experience if you run away. You want to know a faster way to heal your teammates? Want me to show you? Yeah. Oh, there he goes.
That's how it's done.
I think you might have everything. I could be wrong. But it is looking like you do have everything. Alright, we got like 5 minutes, by the way, before we need to take a quick break. Is that fair? Even after the sodas, though, I'm tired. Which makes sense. I'm looking forward to being able to bike again tomorrow, though. Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't think so. Goodbye, bird friend. Walk over places. That's a CD I haven't listened, or a record I haven't listened to in a while. Fiend. 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 We know the word for fiend. Hold
on.
Should I do some reading at the moment then? Don't actually start playing then until afterward. Alright, so I think we only did 2 pages of St. Paul last time, so we'll do another 2 pages today, just to make it even and less. How long this is. Yeah, 2 pages would be perfect for today. Okay. Together they said a prayer to Christ, that he might bless their entrance into the... Glancing up, they saw the gigantic statue of Charon, ferryman of the Shadow World. The symbol of death came face to face with the apostles of life. They trudged on past the royal palace, saw the caravans that had just come from China by the ancient Silk Route over East Turkestan. Swarthy skinned men stood aside their camels, not us. And here were groups of slaves, for Antioch was always a good slave market. Barnabas took his friend straight to see. Elders generally met. They greeted him with awe and reverence, for had he not seen the Lord? But there were already other notables in Barnabas was accorded the first place as the legate of the apostles. The Acts of the Apostles gives us a list of the legates in Antioch. This list Paul is mentioned in place. Now there were in the church which was at Antioch prophets and doctors, among whom was Barnabas and Simon, who was called Niger, Lucius of Cyrene, Anahan, who was the foster brother of Herod the Tetrarch, and Saul. Acts chapter 13. Paul now began to enjoy what was perhaps the happiest time of his life. Beautiful days in Antioch for 1 full year. The friends worked together peacefully. The church of Antioch, in which the early day of grace still lay. It was like the idealistic first year of a priest ministry, yet routine, not hardened and chilled into. As yet narrowness and meanness had not hampered and cramped generosity of spirit. Everything was free and magnanimous. The breath of the Holy Spirit blew steadily on the sails of the little ship. It was inspiring to see how these pagan souls, so despised by the Jews, were ennobled by the preaching of the cross. How quickly they reached out for the treasures of Christ's grace. How generous they were with Christ, while the Jews always stopped to drive a bargain with Jehovah. Paul was now in the full powers of man. Before he came to Antioch, a great number of believing were converted to the Lord. The ministry of Barnabas. And now that Paul had come, you may well suppose that more converts were being converts. In the evening, while the fine young gentlemen of Antioch and their fashionable ladies went strolling out to Daphne to celebrate the orgies of Adonis and Atargated. Hey.
Right, I'm trying.
Alright. Adonis and Atargated. Brave little people like the merchants, laborers, and slaves who had never before heard of such a thing as a selfless love came to catechism instruction, the teaching service of the church. Sometimes they met in another's house. They sat on a rooftop, climbing the outside stairs from the street. They sat round a splashing fountain in some inner court. Sometimes Paul gave instructions in an orange grove along the Orontes, or beneath the colonnade of the great avenue, and there he breathed for the first time the sacred name. For long these people had seen the captives of pagan culture. Now their ancient longing for a higher life was being satisfied. Light was in their eyes as they heard Paul tell of the Son of God who became a slave, how he offered his life in atonement, to give new nobility to their souls and a new. Sometimes the instruction was halted by the din of passing groups of drunken revelers, by the cymbals and castanets of passing Isis, Bacchus priests. On Saturday evening they came together to celebrate the Lord's Supper. According to an old tradition that came from Christ himself, the service began with the agape or love banquet. After Christ's death, the apostles had boasted that for 3 years they had eaten. Acts chapter 10, verse 41. Thereby indicating their intimate friendship with him. Christ gave his most precious gift after such a love banquet. The agape showed that the Christians were united to one another, while the Lord's Supper gave expression to the union of Christ. This weekly service supported the Christians for each workday. The words of the service echoed, Marantha, come Lord Jesus. 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 22, as well as Revelation chapter 20. Paul was conscious of glorious freedom. The spirit of freedom spread to others. Many of the Christians had gone to the synagogue, lived according to the law of Moses. They soon saw that the law was an insupportable burden. Incessantly they heard, don't do that, don't touch that, everything was either clean or unclean. Man could never accept an invitation to dinner because he could never be certain that pork or an Orientis eel would not be served. It was wrong to buy meat in the market because it might come from the pagan sacrifices, and pulled to a suspect might not have been bled properly. They had been instructed about all these observances by the disciples that had come from Jerusalem, but Paul and Barnabas never talked about these things. See, Paul used to say that the death of Christ had freed the old law of Moses. More about that another time. I'm going to use the restroom. Continue on though. Let me do one quick. I should that time card before I forget. That's right. 11. That should do it. Bum, 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 bum. Corner. I should do that. Keep going. I thought you were going to stop, but I don't know where I'm going. Sure.
Also, want to go.
Pardon me.
Don't you run, Needles!
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, you want to steal from him. He was the one that had the wing.
I'll take care of him.
Oh, do you run? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think you're at least. Others aren't too bad. It looks like they cast haste on you, but they can only cast it on one party member. What you're looking for is the wings. Why do the chocobos have? Where do the cat cards have the wings?
Oh gosh, no.
All right, that one. I'll give you an out on this one.
5,000 for.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
I
I'm
love
agreeing.
that.
What's his name? What's his name? He might have something good. Let me find out. So he can drop a level 1 key sphere. And his rare steel is a stamina spring. Let me see what that is. And a tablet, where's this? I guess it absorbs HP from an enemy? It doesn't look like it's that useful though. I'd run.
I'll be right back.
It doesn't look super useful, honestly. So yeah, I wouldn't fight it for the rewards, quote unquote, that it has, or lack thereof.
Shadow Gem.
That's fair. I mean, you can do that
That's
and
what-
just run.
I won't go so easy on you next time.
Like if there was a reason to him, sure, but.
Oh my gosh.
Live and let live.
Fair.
I won't go so easy on you next time.
Play more Final Fantasy 4. Log on real quick. Words, but that's also just grinding at the moment.
I'm looking for an
Live and
outlet
let
card.
live.
Are you?
Yeah. Where to the...
Oh yeah. Okay. I see why you're doing that then. That makes sense. You're not trying to grind, it's just kind of happening. Fair.
I won't go so
Right now,
easy
I
on
got
you
you now.
next time.
Now that I see it, it's like, okay, that makes sense. There you go. Now we can read. 17.
Ooh.
Hiya! That'd be a good game for you to play, possibly. I'd be willing to help you with the last boss in that, too. I have problems with it. I do think you like the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga games, though. Maybe. It's a consideration.
Yes.
Sure.
It's over.
Goodness. This dog. I know.
You say so.
She just has her mouth open just a little bit so you can just barely see her teeth. She's a good girl. Don't blame her. We went fairly far to for her at least. I wouldn't say we went.
Kind of build up.
Sure, that makes sense.
It's all in the wrist.
What's that thing from Star Wars called? Yeah, dude, the thing that eats Boba Fett. Boba Fett, where's Boba Fett? Apparently he can be stoned. Carlac. You did know. Sorry, folks. Just a little bit of a quiet night tonight, I guess, since Floofs is grinding again, which is fine. This is just kind of.
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to get rare items.
Oh, you are grinding. Just for
Yes.
items. We don't use Titus. I was about to say something. Well, that works. I think it's no element if you do one of each, isn't it? You're okay, doggy. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, good girl. You had a big day. Well, she's not used to walking 5 miles. Typically, we'll have her go 3. We're trying to... We're healthier, though, aren't we? Aren't we, doggy? Love doing it. What? You get stoned?
Orange just stoned himself.
You might have an item that would unstone him? I
Can't.
try? Like, see if you have a... Hold on. Go... Your items is what I was gonna say. You can go to your items. You're able to unstone characters in previous games, that's what I want to check. That's weird, because soft should technically work.
Oh.
Like, maybe it's a for Ultra Stone? I don't know. Star. Not you. So you know how I got that stupid Butterfinger mount for Final Fantasy XIV? Well, I'm writing it at the moment in Final Fantasy XIV. Just walking up to random people and typing, "Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger."
Rare items.
Fine, I'm just... This is just so stupid. I should really... Cautions. And she got the stupid thing as well. Oh, this is so
yeah.
stupid. But it's kind of hilarious, to be honestly. Cool fight. Would do again.
Riku's back.
This is the stupidest idea for a joke I've ever had, but I love it.
Here, this'll pick you up.
Booyah!
For what?
Take that!
I don't know why that's cool. I know, I know. I was making a dumb joke. Apparently I'm in a very dumb joke mood kind of deal. I'm getting off Final Fantasy 14 now. I will put my dumb joke into use another time and play more 14 later. While streaming is not the time. I just wanted to go ahead and make sure that I got my mount before I forgot. Is that fair? Gotta get my Butterfinger involved. It looks so stupid. But $5. Well, to be fair, we both like Butterfinger, so it could have been worse. I was talking to Kosh about this though. Why couldn't it have been an apple mount? I would have bought apples. I would have. You said he has good drops though, right? So there's the possibility for good drops. Oh. Wow, okay. Dang, if I would have done that, Floofs, I would have gone ahead and done that. Oh well. The collector's edition for the next Final Fantasy XIV is already sold out. The next expansion. I could have pre-ordered it, I just thought that they would not have done it this limited. I was wrong and dumb, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. The Orin's no longer confused. Blue is no longer confused. Yay! It solved itself! Hooray!
He fight.
Or he killed himself. I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom. Hold it down the forge, flutes. Plus you're good.
Right now. Well, I'm back. Max was almost back. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh. Justin. Wait for back to cutscene after this. Worth it? What?
Newspaper from or that website from earlier where they were originally part of the Catholic News Agency, they split off.
Yeah.
So the other co-creator also tweeted a very good take that said, the real crisis facing the church in much of the U.S. isn't the number of pro-abortion politicians receiving communion. It's the number of Catholics who don't believe there's actually any such thing as being in a state of grave sin or that it does you terrible spiritual harm. What? Not a full statement. Yeah, you could have waited, like, oh, hey, my husband's reading this. Time to start the cutscene. Like, I wanted to talk about that a little bit.
What? Yuna's down there.
Of all the places. Let's go.
Where's Yuna?
Kaku! Who's attacking us? Protect
We? Kevin Guado. Oh, hey! We can understand that! Yeah!
A war between Yevon and the Albed?
You don't speak Albedian. Wrong? Gotta go for the summoner. Father. Oh, the father? That's your dad?
You Riku's friends? Well, just don't stand there. Come on. Let's go kick those Guado out of our home.
Who?
Sid, leader of the Albed. He's my dad.
Let's go.
Yeah. We have to save Uni.
Not only Yuna, right?
Oh, she was, or he was asking where her father is. Got it. Okay. That took me a second. Let's loot the bodies. Yeah, you may as well see it. Kind of.
First, I could have done.
Fair. Why couldn't you have done that in the first place? Fair.
Man, Ari's about to get some help.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's looking kind of beefy now. As I said, he's kind of the all-around. He's not great at any one thing, but
No,
he's not awful either.
that's 2, 4, 6, 800 health right there.
Yeah.
Like,
He
and he's got
basically
another
just-
one coming up too. Man.
Health for Waka. Good. Ability. Both of which. Good. Ability and attack, it looks like. Yeah, it's a build. Not bad for it. I just has not. Go Lulu. Buds. Look at some more health though. You could use them. Yep. Evasion is not like end all beat all, but
Here is where it goes up.
yeah, but you're getting fairly close. You might want to use the level 2 key sphere while there. Double back. Yeah, yeah,
It's worth it.
yeah, yeah. There. Ah. Oh, I see, yeah. I don't know if I saw that one last time. It can't hurt. I mean, you never know. Round the bend. Big adventure, bro. Curious George. Fine. Yeah. I would have named it a tail in the desert. Maybe that's what I'll name it. That way, next time we can name it.
Yuna, where are you?
Zombie wedding. We got about 15 minutes before we're gonna end, because you're typically aiming for about 2-hour streams, right?
Oh, he's mad.
Kitty cat. Thorn. See.
Oh man. That fuck.
Are you playing with the poop, Thorin? Is that why there's so much kitty litter now? My goodness, you dumb cat. Would explain why I found a piece of poop nowhere near the litter box the other day. Why is our cat dumb?
Let's end this.
Floofs, why is our cat dumb? I don't need him playing with poop. That explains so much though. I'm so mad now. To be fair, I do like throwing Kimari down Riku's path because I think he's a better Riku. Who just kind of sucks. Not like Waka. What? Fair. That way he can get some experience. Hey. Thorin, I love you, buddy, but why are you so stupid? Now, maybe that explains why Molly's been so upset with him. She just finds him too dang dumb. I love you, Thorin. You're cute. I know you're still learning the ins and outs of being a cat, since it seems like you are not really properly trained. Well, quote unquote trained. You can't really train a cat, but we're not educated by the other cats at your adoption agency. Here's a dime, though. Glad that you're coming out of your shell and you're not scared all the time. Why don't you grab yourself a soda?
As I'm saying.
There, have you tried it yet?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It tastes like
In the pineapple one? Yeah, I agree. It tastes like that pineapple one with a little bit of coconut. I was expecting it more to taste like Baja Blast with a little bit of pineapple coconut.
Let's find Yuna, quick!
I feel bad for not Thorin. Like, really? He's a good kitty.
What in Yevon's name are those Quado thinking?
This is terrible.
Thorin.
Riku, where that's
Riku, you read me?
Riku,
Oh,
yes,
sure. I'm leaving. And the fiend.
Oh no.
What'd he say?
We have to get underground.
Where's Yuna?
The Summoner Sanctum. This way.
At least they give you all those all bed potions. That way it does make these fights easier without, you know.
Yeah.
I might say they give you too many all bed potions, but probably better to have too many than not enough. I want to see if I can get a sound clip of him making that noise. It's kind of great. Got lucky. See what I mean, though? I do think that Kamari is basically just a better Riku. Like, he's an all-around character. He's not awful. He's basically right next to Riku. So... fair. I'll do.
Over here!
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you go back? Maybe you might have missed treasure. Missed treasure. Sounds back there?
You.
Again?
Why did you do this?
They weren't bad experience at the very least. Oh, first time again. Nice. I still love his. Weren't we going to Blitzball off stream?
Thank you for giving.
Yeah, I think we lose the ability to do Blitzball for a little bit here as well, so we'll have to.
Foster.
Yeah, so we'll have to come back to that. Once we get Blitzball, we'll probably grind for. Oof. We'll probably grind for Waka's overdrive since his other one seemed better. At least we have a plan. I hope everybody can still hear both. Don't see why they wouldn't, but I've been still messing with volume control, so. Pardon me. Oh, alright, there was one. I should really start play through a Final Fantasy X on the PS4. I can't really remember the plot anyway. Guess I could work. Where, well, basically, I guess I remember most of it, but just since it's been so long since I did my other file, I guess is
There
what.
it is. All good primer.
Oh, nice. 20 out of 26? Right?
No, not that way.
Oh, there's another outfit primer on the floor there, too. Just give them to you. No, I saw it in the cutscene. Like, it was right next to the treasure chest.
No.
Oh, that might not be an Al bed primer. That might be a jet sphere. I think I'll wait to play through Final Fantasy X myself, though, until after you're done with it.
Calm down.
So I don't accidentally come across possibly saving over your save file. I don't think it would happen, but boy, would I hate to do that. Know what I mean? You know what I mean. He's deep in thought. That's fine.
Focusing.
No, that was using a potion. Focusing is when you use a special. Come on, nothing. Ah. Comedy is wasted on the young. At least I think I'm. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm just too dumb for my own good, honestly.
Yuna, where are you?
It's going alright. How are you, Punch? You got most of the alphabet. Not a soup anymore. Oh wow, we really do have most of it. You just looked it up, didn't you? That's fair. I try not to swear, but shit's on fire, yo. That's how it goes at the moment, Punch. That's the best way to put it. Oh, nice. How did that go? I hope it was I don't know why it wouldn't be pleasant. They're friends. Are you Albed? Yes. Name the son of the Albed leader. On what island do the Albed live? What is Albed and Albed? Skill fields. Oh. Doesn't. Are skill spheres for here? Okay. Interesting, okay. You know, I know you said you never heard of it. Can you remember what it's called after? Like, you get what I'm trying to say. I think you get one. Yeah, I'm over.
I'm gonna see.
Okay. Over explaining. But no, Final Fantasy X is definitely going better than my. I was playing not Final Fantasy. Pardon me. I was doing Fallout New Vegas on off stream before this, and it was pretty rough. The name of the drink itself? That's fair. I can understand that. So, the PS3 version has a couple of glitches. Just, something that begins with R. Rheumatism. Probably not it. But that's fair. Did you enjoy it, though? Rutabaga? No, Reuben? Rhubarb. Rhubarb? As I say, it sounds like if you're doing rutabaga and Reuben, it might be rhubarb. I don't know if I've heard of a drink with rhubarb in it. Oh, it is rhubarb. Oh wait, rhubarb wine. Yeah, I forgot about that. No, that's fair. I love strawberry rhubarb pie. I've never had a drink with rhubarb in it though, aside from wine. That would be interesting. Is it the leaves or the stalks of the rhubarb plant that are poisonous? Can you remember? I think it's leaves too. Yeah, I think the stock. I think it is the leaves, because typically they don't even sell rhubarb these days with the leaves on them because the leaves are that poisonous. What it is. It's a locked door. Still a locked door. Are you supposed to be able to go in there?
I missed what...
Mr. Treasure. Go for it.
How do I...
Config, maybe? Try config. No, I think you gotta just go ahead and exit out. Yeah, go ahead. Press the... Nah. Yeah, you gotta press it. Close application. She doesn't PS4 very much. It's okay. No. Press and hold. There you go. Close application.
Restarting!
But not that late. You saved recently, to clarify.
Yeah,
like, I just, when you say you're restarting, it's like, oh boy, it's been 2 hours.
I shouldn't have gone into the room yet.
Yeah, it's okay, it happens.
There's also an Albert Prime.
The OS is fairly clunky for PS4, I'll be honest with you, Punch. It's better than PS3's, but that's not saying much, because PS3's was also pretty bad. And really, the taste of it was pretty close to ginger ale. That's interesting, because I'm really curious what this drink is now, because strawberry rhubarb. I don't know if I could tell you what rhubarb tastes like by itself now that you mention it. I'm thinking, because it's like, I'm used to, as I said, I'm used to in strawberry rhubarb pie. Strawberry rhubarb pie, I'd have to say, is tied with my favorite pie. I do love a good cherry. So that and cherry. No, that's fair, Punch. Yeah, I'm just thinking about it, because I'm curious. Thank you, I should say thank you.
Alright, back to...
So, you mean the section where... Oh, yeah, so say this one. The section where I told you should walk back and see if there's any treasure chests. That section?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
I love you. Also, Punch, I don't know if you've checked Discord, but I have a really stupid idea to do for Final Fantasy XIV. It's really dumb, but I kind of want to do it. Would Druid Interceptor be interested? No, that's fair. All right. That's. Oh, no, that's fair. I can agree with that. That is probably the proper response, honestly. Oh. At least you got a shield out of it. Is there any? Wait, hold on. Is there any others up the stairs? Okay. Wow. So if you go too far, you have to run into the same enemy you encounter. That's weird. Maybe it's just random. I don't know. Ah, so that's what you mean by trying to make blue not. Oh, that's not what they mean?
He casts no frost.
Oh, so he just did confuse this time instead of null frost. Interesting. Or silence. The one time we want you to hit yourself, don't hit yourself. So it's interesting. I know that he casts silence on her and confuse. But basically, she can't hurt your team at the moment, which is good for you. Arm is killing. It's not my right. It's not my left arm at least, so it shouldn't be a heart attack. I'd really hope it's not a heart attack since I've been exercising more lately. But I mean, I know that it can happen to anybody. I probably just over worry. That does sound like me. Sorry, Thorin. Wasn't trying to scare you.
No, not that way.
Oh wow, I missed this one too. Fascinating. I find it interesting that this is... I know I was talking about this earlier, that it is pretty linear in how they want you to go. But from what I remember of playing of Final Fantasy 13, this is still less linear. Like, they at least say, no, not that way, and then give you items for exploring. It's not much exploration, mind you. It's still pretty hallway-rific, but it's passable, I suppose. I will at least give Final Fantasy 15 this. That one was not hallway, nor was 12, if I remember correctly. 12 was not a hallway either, so it's just weird that 10 and 13 have been super duper linear. Fair.
Well then, what
I guess
next?
with 10 and 13 they were trying to tell more of a story, and they forgot the gameplay along the way, but they at least still had the skill spheres, the sphere grid for Final Fantasy X, which made it interesting enough, whereas the story for 10 was bad. Treasure Chest of Dreams asks, what do I contain? Does it get whatever you say? Elixir might be the best one, but what's the last one? Il-O? Let me see what evil... My guess is that Evil Eye and Chimera are enemies, and they will fight you.
Pick one quick.
I don't know, I'd say Elixir, but I'm pretty
Not
sure...
Evil Eye. Oh, I could have chosen any of them. I didn't have the potion. I was dumb.
I did tell you that I'm pretty sure that those are enemies. So, I'm sorry, probably. Wait. I was gonna say, it's either Fade or Paid. Pardon, we have all Pardon here. Friend Sphere. Hey, another Elbit Primer. At 21 and 26? Why didn't you grab the Elbit Primer beforehand so we could have read more? Fair, alright. Good reason.
1, 4, 5, 6. So I'm missing
6.
5.
No, because you're missing 2 as well.
Yeah.
I thought you grabbed another one, though. Do you have to do that other room at the end of the hallway still? Not the one... You did the one to the right already? No, go, keep going back though. Like not here, not this way. Also examine that body for a second. But I meant at the end of the hallway, not the
Oh,
way.
I'm not fighting this.
They are good experience though. Like this is better experience than the sandworm at least. I hear you, but I'm just saying this is at least better experience than the sandworm. Like it has that going for it, I guess. I don't know if that's much of a going for it, but plus overall they have a lot less health than the sandworm. I am looking forward to getting to a mostly regular schedule next week. I'll be able to advance in Tales of Vesperia, which I haven't done that for a month plus. More Final Fantasy V on Tuesday and Friday during the day. Then I think, yeah, so we do need to play this Sunday on Sundays because Kate is available. We can start next Friday. So you know. I think in order to make life easier for Punch and Interceptor, we were going to do Final Fantasy XIV this week, and then Guild Wars Factions the week after, or not this week, but the upcoming week. 25th. We were going to do Guild Wars Factions on the 2nd, due to the fact that that's the charity stream. So I figured we'd go ahead and let them rest. We could do Final Fantasy XIV the week of the 25th. Oh, I don't think that Interceptor would be able to. Reasons. This will do with Punch though. Caution. Kate. I'll go ahead and talk about this chat real quickly.
I'll be right back.
Fair. It's starting to be wrap-up time if you want to after the next cutscene. You sure got that door at the end of the hallway on the right side?
Already.
Alright, just making sure.
I'll be right back.
I'll do my trigger quick again.
Click, 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 click. Yeah, after we basically
I don't really.
Feel Sphere do. That's not necessarily bad. More luck is good though. Why not? Yeah, but I'm sure you can get them. Here, let me see. Do you want me to see how you get them? I'm still looking. Can't
I've
stop me.
already done it.
Yeah, but I'm still looking. I kinda like the answer. The only way to get them is to fight an enemy that's stronger than it looks like. Yeah.
Waka,
Yeah, he does decent damage as is, honestly, so him critting more often is not a bad thing. I can't even remember if spells can crit in this game, can they? I'll go with no, they can't. There was an Albed primer here, right? There was.
This place done for.
You're right. You're right, Waka. We Albed, we weren't always like this. Sin destroyed the island, where we all used to live. After that, we were scattered to every corner of Spira. But then, my dad brought the Albed together again. If we put our minds to it and worked together, then we could make a new home. Everyone worked hard. We had our home back again. But now, why did things have to turn out this
Seymour's
way?
a jackass.
Riku. Damn those Quado. What are they thinking?
Like, here's the main reason why anything happens in Final Fantasy X. Seymour's bad. Like, I'm not wrong, right?
They're cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one that you want to die, really, anyways. Probably like 5 HP away from it. There's a little bit longer. Now it's gonna get used on that one guy that already has. Oh no, I'm wrong. I thought it was gonna get used on the guy that had almost no health. Oh, he has counter? Nice.
Yeah, I got.
Oh, nice. Not bad. How has he done that? I would switch to somebody after Kamari. That'd be good using an Albed potion. Now kiss. Sorry, Thorn was looking up at Molly while Molly was looking down at Thorn. Come on, give my boy Kamari some love. Pick up that fat bat. That cat. That fat cat. Hey, you're going to knock the picture of Jesus over.
Riku,
You get picked up and petted because you shouldn't have done that.
The Summoner's Sanctum is.
I know
where
you don't
we
know
keep the
better, though, so that's why I'm not
summoners. We keep them safe
really
there.
upset with you.
You kidnapped them.
I know it's against the teachings and all that.
I get why you did it, but
Well, I sure don't get it, Waka. They might get hurt on their pilgrimage. So you kidnap them? I mean, if the summoners don't do their job, then who will beat Sin? You want to protect them, I know. But Guardians are there for that. If Guardians do their job well, summoners will be safe.
Oh, he doesn't know yet, does he?
No.
Right? Right?
I think I have perfect. I do.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
it's quiet, Kimari.
More like I ain't dealing with this. Bye, guys. You explain it to him. Mari's the smart one here. Oh, is this
Slow
where
motion.
this is where Riku explains it? Nope. Nobody explains it to him. You might be right. It's a secret to everyone. Well, not actually. It's known to everybody but him.
Please be here.
Did you go back up the stairs, make sure you didn't miss anything? Making sure. Oh, level 4 keys here. I know you said that, but still. To be fair, I don't know if I can really call Titus that stupid for this, but it's still a fun sound clip. But he doesn't know, so it's like he's just like, well, that's why we're here, to protect her. So I get it.
She's not here. Hello again. Wait there until we have performed the sending.
They died, protecting us. It's not much, but the least we can do is give them a proper...
I completely forgot this cutscene was even in the game.
Hey, what's sacrificed? The Al-Bed said summoners were being sacrificed. That summoners shouldn't have to do a...
Oh, maybe he finds out now.
Why couldn't they trust guardians to protect the summoners? The Al-Bed had no right stopping their pilgrimage.
The pilgrimages have to stop. If they don't, and they get to Xanarkand, they might defeat Sin. Uni could... But then she...
Was sacrificed.
Uni will die, you know?
No, he doesn't know. Ooh, we're finding out. Ooh, we're finding out. I mean,
Summoner's journey to get the
to be fair, Punch, I'll give a 10-year-old kid
told you, didn't she?
credit for this one.
The final Aeon.
Oh no!
She can beat Sin. But then, if she calls it, then the final Aeon's gonna
I
kill
mean,
her.
Waka probably could kick that kid pretty dang far.
It will kill Uni too, you know?
Was I the only one?
I mean, Titus, you don't live in the world, so
Tell me why.
they assumed you knew.
Why didn't I know?
We weren't hiding it.
It was just
Oh,
too hard to
that's
say.
no. See, that's dumb reasoning. They should have just said we assumed you knew. That's like that one I can understand. We assumed you knew makes sense.
Lulu! How could you? How could you? Isn't she like a sister to you? I thought you were family. Why don't you do something, Waka?
Don't you think we tried to stop her? She follows.
I really don't remember this cutscene.
You know, she knew what she was doing.
No, I got to this part because I at least got to. I got to the second fight with Seymour. Remember?
Big sin, yeah? You done knew.
But Waka, that's just totally wrong. Summoners shouldn't have to sacrifice themselves. Just so the rest of Spirit can
It
be happy.
depends, Riku. Like, since it seems like everybody knows that's what happens, the summoners do it of their own free will. So it's not like they're being lied to about it. Yeah, I was gonna say, but it's their choice. Also, I don't need to see your butt, Donna.
Fear of sin, you know that.
A world without sin. That is the dream of all Yevon's
See, the thing is,
children.
if they were...
And we will use that power, even if it means our lives.
I'm not sure, from a Catholic standpoint, this is kind of hard. Because it's...
sacrifice.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, we don't believe in the cause doesn't justify the means. That's what I'm trying to think. But since they're willing to do it, this might be acceptable.
And I've been telling
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it
Let's go to
might be
Xanarkand
fine
together.
technically.
Let's beat Sin.
You have to ask
told her all the
beast or a
things.
theologian, honestly, on this one.
We could. And all along, the whole time, I didn't know anything. But Yuna, she'd just...
You told her to. Is that someone trying to give Titus a hug? I'm sorry, that just kind of breaks the mood. It's like, oh, now I'm sad too. I get it, like, it is supposed to be a very sad scene, and I get why it is a sad scene. But Square's cinematic shots are very weird sometimes.
Hey, watch.
Hey.
Oh, did we get the laughing scene again? Bird is now sad.
Sad.
Yeah, maybe.
Want to scream?
I really don't think that's gonna help this time.
You know what?
Hmm?
It's embarrassing to say this myself, but summoners and their guardians are kind of like Spira's ray of light. A lot of people in Spira depend on us. I learned to practice smiling when I'm feeling sad, you know.
Yuna's a millennial confirmed.
I know it's hard.
Yeah. I understand. I think.
Right. Now let's see what you can do.
I wanted more laughing. To be fair. Oh, well, we got references to it at least. I'm wondering if they realized it was awkward enough that they would just show the cutscene again, but not the laughing.
I'm waiting till I get to the next save here, and then we.
Fair.
I want my journey.
See, it's really weird because it's like, basically we saw all the cutscene before, and like we've seen all that before. They're just showing us the relevance to it now, why it would make sense for her. But they cut the laughter, so it's like they had to have known that was awkward, right? I want to play the Japanese version and see if they cut it there too.
I can't let her die. I'll find her.
Admittedly, if Yuna didn't know that she was being sacrificed, then yeah, that would not be acceptable. Nothing else in the room? Yeah. Making sure. You'd really think the summoners would have been on the ship, by the way, not just standing around with a bunch of dead corpses. No time. Go, go, go. 3 minutes left. Why not 3 minutes? Hurry, hurry. We have 1 minute. You have 1 minute.
Where's Yuna?
Everyone alive?
I said, where is she?
I'm gonna punch you.
Answer me, damn you!
What do you do when you find her, eh?
I didn't know anything about what a summoner is.
We have 3 minutes to live. Let's have some monologue here.
And I told her all those things without even knowing. I've got to tell her. I've got to tell her I'm sorry.
That's it? You're gonna tell her you're sorry. And then you just drag her to Xanarkand and make her fight Sheen, huh? You're all the same. Let the summoner die so we can live in peace.
I still don't...
No!
Since I know that This doesn't eliminate sin.
Words. Show me action.
I don't know if that would make it okay either. It's such a weird spot. I'd have to research much more about this game before I could talk about it more from a theological level, honestly.
Because if you do, I'm gonna make you regret it.
She's Yuna's uncle, right? Or, yeah.
Yes, he's a...
Yeah.
I won't. So you know where she is?
Of course not. That's why we're gonna look. Using this airship.
Airship?
What did you think this was, Waka? I love you, buddy. Ready to go. Like, I love you, Waka, but at the same time, I walked onto this magical thingy. A flight 1,000 years overdue. But it's made of metal. I think it might be controlled. It might be a machine. I don't know. I'll feign ignorance. Don't get me wrong, I love Waka, but sometimes they just write him so stupidly. They really do. Whoa, it moves. Risk something.
Risk big win.
Ah, fair. I think you have a boss fight. Whoa, it flies.
Helga Dreed.
Next week. That.
Ah.
No Bomeno. Ren Miri. Yo Chu Yoko.
I sing without moving my lips. How about you?
What's going on?
We're gonna blow up our home.
How?
A nuke!
With one of the forbidden machina. Hey, go! Ida!
Maybe not a nuke, but that is a lot of missiles. I don't know if that many missiles would cause that big of an explosion, though. I guess it would depend what was in the missiles. You'd think you would have waited till you got farther away to fire them, though. I guess, I mean, if it was their first time, they couldn't know. So that could have gone really badly for them. No need for tears, baby. What is good about Machina if they can... Ah.
Hey, look. Don't get so down. Boom! Like happy festival fireworks.
Good job, Waka.
You can cram your happy festival.
Yeah, I was gonna say. This one's on you, Waka. Sorry, bud. Typically, I have sympathy for you, but foot in mouth at the moment, bud.
I want to finish.
Talk to Lulu first. Talk to Lulu first.
Nice.
Did you find out anything about Yuna?
I'm looking into it, okay? Don't worry, I'm using a sphere Silifinder. If she's out there, we'll get her.
A sphere, a Silifinder?
It's an ancient machina. I don't know how it works either, so don't ask
You don't know how it works. How are you expected to?
And you still
All right,
use
never
it?
mind. Lulu's on top of it.
I don't even rightly know how this rig flies either. All cause of the Yevon taboo on Machina, we're running around in the dark here. Ain't it a rush, kiddos?
You're insane.
Whether Yuna's safe or not, there's trouble
Truth.
brewing.
Careful what you touch.
What about Kamari? I mean, that was exiting the bridge. Oh,
After rescuing Yuna, then what? You want to keep her safe, correct? Would you seek to stop her pilgrimage?
Of course! If she continues this fool pilgrimage, she will die. Sure as if you killed her yourself. No harebrained law or teaching could send my little niece to her death.
I mean, if she chooses it for herself, that's different.
When I save her, I'll make her give up being a summoner quicker than a desert melts ice.
Even against her will?
Better than a dog's death. And I'll take down anyone who don't agree.
I'd have to know more about the inside world of Final Fantasy.
You are the captain.
That means I'm gonna have to play 10 too, doesn't it?
Settle.
Not playing.
I'll play 10. But if I want to actually
After the
comment on
events.
this, what was that? Oh,
Vitran!
found Yuna.
Yuna!
Where?
Effing Krufwi!
I know 10-2 is a trap punch, but I have to. I'm actually somewhat intrigued by what they're doing with the plot. What? Is a short dress? I know 10. I mean, punch as is. We already know I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy 13 1 through 3. 10-2 can't be worse than any of that. I mean, it could be, but
Heart of Yevon.
it might. I don't know. I'm intrigued enough where it's like, okay, I kind of get where they're coming from, but I need to know more before I can actually give enough. And I don't know. Maybe I don't need to play 10-2. Because as is, it might just be that 10-2 was planned after 10 came out and was so popular that it might not have anything to do with any theological thoughts about the first game. So I'm really hoping I don't have to play 10-2, mind you. Of course, Babel, full speed ahead. Also, does this mean that we're going to have to keep playing now? I thought we were going to save.
It'll take a while
Oh,
to
maybe
get
not.
to Pavel. Meanwhile,
We prepare for battle.
Har, fiddledy. Pirate is alright with me. Do what you want, because a pirate is free. He'll be back on Sunday. After Mass. Max is late. Might want to do a new save. Okay.
I want to do this.
Just in case they get corrupted for finding multiple. Why is this save file 11 megabytes? Where? What makes this have to be 11 megabytes? Alright,
I
10
don't
and a half.
feel the need.
I mean, you saw what happened with my New Vegas save file today. It's your risk.
Give another one.
Alright, I'm just saying.
The whole time, it didn't corrupt itself after a year and a half.
To be fair, as much as I don't always agree with Square, they do typically make a mostly stable game. This isn't Bethesda, so I'll give them that. Now, sometimes they still crash, admittedly. That's fair. Sometimes they do still crash. But I mean, they are more stable than a Bethesda game. So, especially a Bethesda game on a PS3, that's a nightmare.
For the next time, everybody.
I know. I remember that. So I remember that Elbed was on fire. I don't remember any of the cutscenes there. I remember that we had the air fight, and I remember what happens after the air fight. But like the last 2 hours the last hour that just happened, no memory of it. My phone should be fine then. Pull up the, and then we'll go ahead and ask you to. So we Good save. Good. I probably will be back tomorrow for our stream in the night for saxophone. Then it is part of 10 pacing. I can agree with that. I know I've played up to this point, but I just don't remember any of the like last hour that's happened. So it's like
There's so much.
yeah, and Punch is right. He said you spend forever in some sections, but the end of the game is constant rush, and yeah, I'm definitely noticing that. I'm just glad we've finally gotten back to this game. This is like what, the third week in a row now? So
I want to finish.
I mean, that's not going to happen. I'm going to keep... At this point now, it's like, now that I know I can con you into Sunday nights, that means that we have a new...
Yeah, I've not played on a Sunday night.
Ooh, that's good. Actually, yeah. Ooh. That's a good argument. Conned her into a Sunday night that she hasn't even played on yet. Yeah, okay. Hopefully we'll be back Sunday night, to be fair. Floofs has said she'll come back Sunday if we're not doing Friday. We'll see how it goes. Hard sometimes with many... Friday nights is the easiest to admit. Maybe I could do it. I don't know. This is something to determine later. Right now, it's time to get ready for bed. I have to get up for a bike ride in the morning about 8 o'clock, so I need to get to bed. No, probably closer to 8:30, either way. Because you're going for a walk with somebody tomorrow after confession, so I'm going to be going for a bike.
Up.
What?
Wrap up.
Alright. In the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. God, come to my assistance. Lord, make haste to help me. Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, will be forever. Amen. Alleluia. I confess to Almighty God and to my brothers and sisters, I greatly sinned, my thoughts and my fault, through my fault. Therefore, I ask Blessed Mary, ever Virgin, all brothers and sisters, pray for me to the Lord of God. The Almighty God have mercy on us our sins, lasting life. Holy God, we praise thy name. Lord of all, we bow before thee. All on earth thy scepter claim. All in heaven above adore thee. Thy vast everlasting is thy reign. Hark the loud celestial angel choirs above our rage. In chorus praising the accord. Holy, 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 Holy Father, Holy, Holy Spirit, three, while in essence only one, undivided God we and adoring bend the knee, while we own the mystery. Day and night I cry to you, my God. I have a very sick person. Your hour when darkness reigns. Lord my God, I call for help by day. I cry at night before you. I come into your presence. My soul is filled with evil. Life is on the reckoned as like one alone among the slain language, like those you remember no more, cut off as they are from your hand. You have laid me in the depths of the tomb, places that are dark and the dead. Your anger weighs down upon me, drowned beneath your waves, taken away my friends. Imprisoned, I cannot escape. My eyes are sunken. I call to you, Lord, all the day long. Do I stretch out my hand? Do you work your wonders for the dead? Faith stand and praise you. Love be told. For your faithfulness unto the dead, let wonders be known in the dark, or your oblivion. Answer me, Lord, I call to you for help. In the morning, my prayer comes before you. Lord, why do you reject me? Why do you hide your wretched? Close to death from my youth, born your trials, I am fury has swept down upon me. Your terrors have utterly destroyed me. They surround me all the day like a flood. They fill me altogether. Friend and neighbor taken away. My darkness. Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. Was in the beginning. Day and night I cry to you, my God. You are in our midst, O Lord. Do not forsake your hands, Lord. I can only hands, Lord. Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. Protect us, Lord. Watch over us while we sleep. Wake me, keep watch of Christ. Christ led the nation, glory of Israel. Lord, now let your servant go in peace. My own eyes have seen the salvation which you prepare inside of every people. I let you release the nation, glory of your people. Glory to the Father, and to the Son. Was in the beginning, will be forever. Protect us, Lord. Stay awake. Watch over us while we sleep. Awake me, keep watch for Christ, and sleep. Let us pray. All-powerful God, pray with your Son his death and burial, so that rise to new life with him, lives and reigns forever and ever. All-powerful Lord, grant us. Loving Mother of the Redeemer, star of the sea, sister people who have fallen, yet strive to rise again. The wonderment of nature, warrior creator, virgin after you who received Gabriel's joyful greeting. Father, Son, Holy. Alright, with that, I'll go ahead and wrap it up. Hopefully we'll be back Sunday. Hopefully I will be back tomorrow with the saxophone. Y'all have a good night. God bless. Remember that God loves each other. Hey everybody, God bless.